Okay, guys, now we've gotten through the idiot's guide to the spring seller updates. Let's get into the meat, because the key thing is here, guys, is that when you're talking about eBay and you're talking about your business, you want to know the freaking details. I don't want the cheerleader version. I want to know exactly what's going on. And eBay always makes it very clear what's going to actually take place. However, they have nice front pages with lovely pictures and congratulations. And the best word of all, in large type, free, that you kind of get a little misguided and you never go to the left-hand columns where it actually talks past just the overview. So let's just double check a couple of things that I think are very interesting and things that you probably need to really understand. So let's do this. And here's what actually is going on. Look at the second bullet point. It says most transactions on eBay go smoothly for buyers and sellers without any need for contact at all. But starting in April, you'll get an automatic 5-star DSR on the communication DSR for those transactions when you specify same day or 1-day handling and upload the tracking information by the end of the next business day. That's a very key point. You have to have the information on there by the next business day if you want to get an automatic 5-star on communications. So here we are, guys. We have these DSRs, 4 of them that were instituted with really just the stupidest system. I've talked about it. Everybody's discussed it. The system was so archaic and stupid that now what's happening, they're going to give you 5 stars on the communication, and then if you do free shipping, they're going to give you 5-star on the cost of shipping. So we remove 50% of the nonsense that we've had to put up with the bullshit for the last year, which we all said was stupid. That only leaves really 2 actual DSRs now that people have to talk about, and that is whether they got the shit on time, right? Whether they got it in a timely manner, and whether or not it was the shit that they ordered. So, I mean, here's the stupidness of this now, is that that's all people should talk about anyway. Everything else you could track. And instead of actually doing that, they're giving you automatic stars. Really? It's just, if it's automatic, then just remove it. You know, but at any rate, that's just me. But it just goes to show you how you put in a layer of idiocracy and then you remove some of it, but you don't really remove it. You just make it automatic. I love the way you fix things by refixing it. Anyway, so that's an important thing to know. You're going to get that 5-star on communications if you do the 14, why do I keep saying that? 1 business day. So no more taking off on Fridays if you used to do that. You know, oh, they ordered at midnight on Thursday. I got to do something now on Friday. But anyway, we'll see how this plays out because it's saying business days, but keep an eye out to make sure that things that are ordered on Friday, you're not seeing a ding on it based on you uploading it on Monday. This will be interesting as the implementation takes effect. The other thing I like is that they're actually putting customs alerts on the items when you sell stuff internationally, and also if the comment that comes in from a buyer is negative based on customs, eBay will also remove that for sellers. I think that's fantastic. That's always been an issue. It's something that we sellers do not control. That's something that, you know, is on the customs part, and we don't control that. We're not normally paying for that. So I think that's a fantastic thing. All right. Now, the other thing I want to go to is if you go over here to seller efficiency. This one's huge. Go to listing guidelines. All right. And this is another one. It's not on the front page, but it's huge. So here we are. The number one thing, great pictures help sell your items. Good quality pictures are more important than ever when buyers use features like enlarge and zoom. And so starting this fall, listen up. All listings will be required to have a picture. Okay? You got to have a picture, which is cool. I mean, you should have a picture. But here's the key. Photos now have to be at least 500 pixels. So all you guys that have been doing this at 350, 250, even 400. All your photos have to be now 500 pixels on the longest side of the picture. That is a big change, because if you had 400 by 400, your pictures are not going to be allowed, or at least going to be a violation by July 2nd. So you've got time, you've got lead time to start either taking new pictures, changing that part of the picture to pixels. It's going to be pretty heavy if you've got thousands of items. That's a pretty heavy lift, all right? Here's the other thing. Borders around pictures and text added to pictures will no longer be allowed. Allowed. Huge. Dude, this is the one that should have been at the damn top of the homepage for the seller updates, but they put it way at the bottom in this mice type. But it's just so huge for a lot of people. You won't be able to have borders nor text on your pictures anymore. And listen to this. The only text that you will be allowed will be a watermark for attribution only. That means when you say, anything across the picture, save 20%, any of those things, or buy it from your store, all of that branding in the picture, gone by July 1st. Huge. If you already have these things or are automatically putting these things on your picture, you can't do that anymore. All you can have is a watermark for attribution, which, honestly, other places don't even allow you that. So at least you're still getting that, but no more of this, being all that, all of that billboard stuff in pictures on the search page. Big change, in my opinion. It's a big change. When listing an item as used, stock photos may no longer be used as the primary item photo for the listing. So another huge one, because a lot of people are selling used products, or they're selling factory refurbished products, or they're selling out of package product. You know what I'm saying? Open box product. All of that stuff, I believe, that based on what I'm reading here, you cannot use the stock photo anymore. You're going to have to use your own photo. Dude, these things are big and major for large players on the platform, because you might have thousands of pictures to redo before this takes effect on July 1st. I think this one is probably the huge gotcha that a lot of people have missed, because it's not even mentioned on the front page. All right? Yeah, look at this one. Starting the first week of May, based on eBay's historical tracking data. Really? eBay's historical tracking data. Now, I love this. USPS first class service is being reclassified on eBay from expedited, with an estimated delivery of 2 to 3 days, to a standard shipping service with an estimated delivery time of 2 to 5 business days. Now, that was based on eBay's historical tracking data. Really? You know what I want to do to eBay? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Duh. When I saw that number, I was like, who the hell came up with this shit? So I'm glad you read your historical tracking data. You probably could have walked down to the post office and asked the lady on the other side of the counter. She'd have told you it doesn't get there in 2 to 3 days. Okay. Okay. But at any rate, I'm so glad to see that wording being changed. You should change that yesterday instead of even waiting until May. Go ahead and change that shit right now, because it's wrong. This change will allow you to take full advantage of this great, time-honored, cost-effective service from the United States Post Office. Okay. Really? Who writes this shit? I mean, you should have wrote the some of the Oscar people's acceptance speeches. It's such beautiful language. Anyway. Okay, last one. Let's say business policies. Let's see if there's anything interesting for us in here. Use business policies to save and reduce time starting on May 2nd. A few sellers will be invited to opt into a new way to create and manage their own custom business policies. Payment, shipping, and return, and apply them to their listings quickly and easily. This new functionality will extend to all sellers by July 15th. fantastic. I think that's going to be really kind of cool, because what that's actually doing is automating your business practices. It's automating it, putting it inside of the sales flow so that the people can see it in the listings when they're buying or interested in buying your product. So I think that's going to be really fantastic. And honestly, when it comes to a lot of things that are automatically placed inside of the eBay listings, I like the way they're doing that, and I'm glad to see more of it go, because now it reduces the amount of time you have to spend on each listing telling people what your policies are, when eBay actually puts them in a very prominent and static place for all of their buyers. It's going to be a fantastic update. I like that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I hope you have fun. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.